All right, single moms out there, this is for you. I have a really tender place in my heart for single moms. Maybe you've come out of a difficult divorce. You've been told a lot of really bad things about yourself. Maybe you've had to watch your children hear a lot of bad things about themselves and they weren't treated very well. Maybe you're a single mom and you get along with the dad great, but the budget's tight. You feel like it takes everything for you to just get through the day, right? And honestly, if you're a single dad and you're watching this, it works for you too. We, as single parents, we're trying to do everything that we possibly can to meet the needs of our children, to make sure they get their homework done, to make sure they have, good food to eat, or at least something to eat. Sometimes it means that we're buying fast food because we're running from work to pick up the kids, to take them to an activity, to rush home, put them in bed, all in time for you to get the laundry done and the kitchen cleaned and the dishes done and, the whatever's out in the TV room. Maybe there's games or whatever. Maybe the bathroom needs to be cleaned and it's midnight before you're going to sleep and you've got to be up in 5 hours. You're not getting 8 hours of sleep at night, are you? Because you're running so much because your mom and your dad. That is so hard. I think that was one of the hardest things for me as a single parent, is that I had to be mom and dad. And my kids literally had to do everything with me because otherwise I didn't get any time with them. While I was making dinner, somebody was helping me. Somebody was working on setting the table. Whoever had homework left was doing homework. Maybe kids were taking a break and they were going outside and playing. Well, I'm here to tell you I've got some things for you to help solve some of those problems, to help get you in a better place. And please let me know if you try these things out and they work well for you. If they don't and they need to be tweaked a little bit, please let me know. I want to work with you. So I'm going to give you a few different things to try out. The first one is you have to make time for you. If you're not already doing this, maybe it's putting the kids in front of the TV and you taking some time to yourself. And I'm going to give you a few very specific things to consider in that time by yourself. Do something that you enjoy doing for a little while. Absolutely. You need that time. If you're not getting it every day, you've got to get it once a week. And if it's only once a week, there's a couple things I want you to consider doing. One of those things is writing out at least one goal. Now, this might seem really overwhelming because you're trying to keep up with everything. Your mom, your dad, you're the school teacher helping with homework, you're the cook, you're the maid, you're the chauffeur, you're everything to your kids, right? And when they go off to visit the other parent, if the other parent is even in the picture, usually you're trying to make up a whole bunch of other things that you haven't gotten done. Maybe you're trying to get your laundry done. Maybe you're trying to get, some of the things done that you want to get done yourself, and you just haven't had time to do those things when the kids were home. Maybe that's your time to go on dates and you just don't have any other time for yourself. Well, that's one of the first things I want you to do that I just mentioned, right? You have to make some time for yourself. Even if it's only 5 minutes, you have got to make some time for yourself, whether it's on a day-to-day basis or you do it during the week, sometime, just once. Here's one of the things that I did to overcome that. I looked at my schedule, and for me, Sunday was always a day that I didn't work. I didn't do a bunch of extra chores. Usually I didn't do any laundry. Sometimes, because as a single mom, as a single parent, there are so many things that you're trying to get done. So sometimes I did do some of those activities on Sunday, but I really tried to make Sunday a day where I didn't do any of that stuff. We went to church, we came home, we had a really good lunch, we'd go for a walk, we'd have some reading time, maybe we would watch a movie. I tried to keep Sunday really low key. So Sunday became a day that I really, tried to spend some time for me. And sometimes I passed out and fell asleep. Like, I was just so tired so many of my days as a single mom. Okay, so take some time for yourself. That's number one. Number two, write one goal. Like I mentioned, that's probably going to feel super overwhelming. That's okay. You're just going to write it down. When you got it 5 minutes, when you got 10 minutes, you're going to think about that goal. How can you achieve that goal? Just one goal. Just start with that for right now. Now, this goal is something that I want to be worth your time. What is so important to you? What do you want to work on for yourself? Not your kids, not your family. If you're dating somebody, not somebody that you're dating. This is just for you. This is that special something that is really going to add something to your life. It may be working towards, furthering your education. And how do you do that? That can be as simple as going to the library, picking up a book of something you're interested in, maybe going to a class if you can. Libraries have tons of free activities, so maybe there's a way that you can work out being able to go to the library and take a class. Maybe you can have somebody watch your kids. Maybe your kids can go to the library. I don't know. It just depends on what your scenario. This is just one idea, just to get you thinking. Maybe it's going to a movie and you got to really plan it out. Maybe it's going while the kids are in school. Maybe it's going on the weekend. I don't know. But put it out there. You don't have to have the how yet. The how is going to come. That'll come later. Something will open up. Something will work out. Just put it out there and then give yourself some good energy and good attention towards it. Okay, so you got 1, take time for yourself. 2, set one goal. Okay, I've got one more thing for you to do, okay? Every morning, and this might be really hard. This was super hard for me some days. Every morning, I want you to get up, and the first time you see yourself in the mirror, you have to do it at some point in the morning, whether it's when you go to the bathroom, when you're doing your makeup, maybe you're shaving if this is a, single dad watching this. I don't want to exclude you guys either, but I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to look in your eyes and I want you to say your name. So for me, it's Georgia. Georgia, I love you. And then I want you to give yourself a couple compliments. You look amazing. You're going to rock it today. So, okay, I want you to try this. And I want you to keep eye contact as long as possible and give yourself a pep talk. Like the person in the mirror that you're talking to is your best friend. And they really need a pep talk. They really need to know how much you love and care about them. They really need that encouragement. If you can do this, you're going to make every day better. You're going to interact with your kids better. If you have a job, you're going to interact with the people you work with better. You're going to feel better about yourself. Overall, you're just going to be and do better. So, just as a recap, make some time for you, even if it's only 5 minutes in a week, but you've got to do it at least once a week. 2, you've got to set a goal. What's one thing you want to work towards? It can be big, it can be small. Big things take time to work on and develop. Maybe you're just trying to put a plan together. That's what I'm here for. I want to work with you. If you want to get some free coaching, drop me a message down below that says free coaching. I want to work with you and help you through this. My kids are grown. I have a husband who supports me. He's amazing. We've gone through a lot of difficulties together with raising, a blended family. It's just my kids at home now. I've only got one left that's, a minor trying to get through high school. I know how difficult it can be just to be a single parent, mom or dad. I know you can do this. I know that you're totally capable. as difficult as the days seem and as difficult as it is to do it alone, these are 3 ways that can really help you, that can really benefit you. If you have questions about any of these, if you want help on any of these, if you're not even sure how to make the time for yourself, please drop me a message below. Like I said, I want to help you. I want to work with you. I want to help you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I'm rocking being a single parent. All right. Let me know how that goes for you. Please try these 3 things out, or at least take them into consideration. At least get the, thoughts going in your mind. If you think of something that works better for you, I also want to hear about that. Drop it in the comments below. I want to see what's working for you and what isn't. We'll see you next time.